When will this Premier League title race come to an end? Will it be this weekend? Interesting games to look forward to, but it's been intriguing, it's been interesting, but yet it's also tiring. This weekend, Everton plays Manchester City, and Arsenal will entertain Brighton in two crucial games that could determine the top four places, relegation places, and even the title. And in this episode, we preview that game for you. My name is Ayomide Shotabo, and this is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. Let's start with the game between Arsenal and Brighton. Interestingly, both sides have met twice this season, and there have been 10 goals already between both of them. In fact, Brighton knocked out Arsenal from the Carabao Cup earlier, and of course this promises to be more interesting because if an Arsenal should lose this weekend, it pretty much seals their fate in the title. Also, a loss for Brighton is going to be consequential considering the fact that they got hammered by Everton 5-1 on Monday. So it's all to play for right there. It should be an entertaining game of goals, and I tip Arsenal to find a way to win still. They've shown consistency, and hopefully for their fans, that is not where it stops for them. And there's also the tricky test between Everton and Manchester City, Pep Guardiola conundrum for him. Of course, there's the Champions League semi-final, second leg against Real Madrid off the top of his head. And that is what matters to Manchester City. That is how people judge him, winning the Champions League. And he would want to focus on that. But he has Everton, who have suddenly clicked into some form. And of course, thumped Brighton and Hove Albion during the week, 5-1 it ended. And of course, he would want to make sure that he can seal victory in that to continue the advantage at the top of the table. But the big question is, what does he do? Does he rest some of his best players? Of course, they've got squad depth in numbers and quality, but you can never underrate what players like Kevin De Bruyne can do, what players like Erling Haaland can do. Do you bench those kind of players, or do you start them against Everton? How about the risk of sustaining injuries for these important players? It's questions that will be off the top of the head of Pep Guardiola. But then, in the context of that game, I think City will have more than enough for Everton. It should be an entertaining game as well. There could be a number of goals in it. You could watch out for that. And let's move straight into the Guardian picks for the weekend. We start with Aston Villa facing Tottenham Hotspur. Both sides, of course, still chasing European places. Tottenham looking like a side with fighting them, and I've gone for a goal in that situation. Also, there is a Catalan derby between Espanyol and Barcelona. Espanyol could get relegated if they lose that game. Barcelona could seal the La Liga title if they win, but I've gone for win or draw for Barcelona. How about in England still, Chelsea will face Nottingham Forest. Chelsea, of course, looking like they have the fight in them as well. Nottingham Forest, of course, trying to avoid relegation. But I've gone for Nottingham Forest to either win or draw. And also in Germany, there's a big game as well. It's Bayern Munich facing Schalke 0 for Bayern Munich. Also getting into form recently against Schalke 04. Of course, it will be an interesting game, a derby game, but I've gone for Bayern to win or draw as well. And we wrap this edition of the Picks up with Manchester United facing Wolverhampton Wanderers. United not in particularly good form. Wolves already sealing their place in next season's Premier League campaign. I go for Manchester United to win or draw. And of course, that is where we wrap things up in the picks. And in this edition of the Nutmeg on Guardian TV, you can join the community by hitting the subscribe button. Also, do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about the games of Manchester City traveling to Goodison Park to face Everton, and Arsenal also entertaining Brighton and Hove Albion, a wounded Brighton and Hove Albion? What are your thoughts? Do let us know in the comment section. You can get our latest videos when you tap the notification bells, and of course you can stick around for the best of content right here on Guardian TV. We're still running the AFCON special as well, and of course we're also going to run the Under-20 FIFA World Cup, so you can stay tuned to this channel and expect the very best of football in action right here. My name is Ayomide Shotabo. Thank you for watching. This is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV.